Will Caitlin Clark play in Indiana Fever vs Atlanta Dream Game 3? WNBA star sends message after Game 2 win. The 2025 WNBA playoffs have kicked off in style, especially in the hotly contested matchup between the number 2 seed Atlanta Dream and the number 6 seed Indiana Fever. While the first encounter between the two went to the home side Dream, in which Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard combined for 40 points, 12 rebounds and 6 assists to give Atlanta an 80-68 victory, Game 2 was a huge momentum shift in favor of the Fever. This victory, which was Indiana's first playoff win since 2015, was credited to the fans at Gainbridge Fieldhouse by Fever superstar Caitlin Clark, who announced that her season was over due to injury towards the end of the regular season. Shout out the fans! Gainbridge was loud. Red heart, red heart, red heart, Clark posted on X, formerly Twitter. At a packed-out Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the home of the Fever and NBA finalists Indiana Pacers, a completely depleted roster used the roars of their fans to fuel them to a very convincing 77-60 win to send the series to a winner-go-home decider. The Fever ranked second in the WNBA in both average and total attendance during the 2025 campaign, trailing only the Golden State Valkyries in their inaugural season. Fever guard Kelsey Mitchell has continued her incredible 2025 regular season campaign into the postseason, having dropped 27 points and 4 assists in 33 minutes in Indiana's Game 1 loss, and following that up with a team-high 19 points, 4 assists, 2 steals and a block in Game 2. The front-court pairing of Natasha Howard and all-star Aaliyah Boston came up huge too, combining for 27 points from 12 of 20 shot attempts from the field, 10 rebounds and 5 assists. Arguably the game-changing moment, though, came when Lexi Hull hit a buzzer-beating 3 at the end of the third quarter to give the Fever a 15-point lead entering the final period of regulation. For Clark, who has spent every game she has missed with injury sitting on the bench cheering on her team and even at times, seeing coaching, this moment in particular was special to her and left her speechless. "Can't explain what I felt in this moment," the 23-year-old wrote, after quote-tweeting the video of her teammate's dagger three-pointer. Will Caitlin Clark play for Indiana Fever in Game 3 vs Atlanta Dream? Just one game away from punching their ticket to the WNBA semifinals, questions have begun to form over whether fans can expect to see Clark return with the season on the line. However, based on her September 5th announcement that her season was over, Clark won't be playing any part, at least on the court in Game 3, and the remainder of the playoffs should the Fever progress. "I had hoped to share a better update, but I will not be returning to play this season," Clark wrote on social media. "I spent hours in the gym every day with the singular goal of getting back out there. Disappointed isn't a big enough word to describe how I am feeling. I want to thank everyone who had my back through all the uncertainty. This has been incredibly frustrating, but even in the bad there is good. The way the fans continued to show up for me and for the Fever brought me so much joy and important perspective. I am so proud of how this team has only gotten stronger through adversity this year." Clark played just 13 games this season, in which she averaged 16.5 points, shooting at a below-par 36.7% from the field and 5 rebounds. She did, however, rank second in the WNBA in assists with 8.8 per game, behind only 6-time All-Star Alyssa Thomas, 9.2 assists per contest. Despite her absence, as well as that of her rival and member of her fellow draft class in Angel Reese, the WNBA's viewership numbers have continued to rise. Fever's ability to adapt to adversity is astounding. Considering the hand the Fever have been dealt this season, losing several players to season-ending injuries, it is somewhat incredible that they were able to muster together a 24-20 winning record and finish third in the Eastern Conference. Also, it cannot be forgotten that Indiana defeated the number 1 seed Minnesota Lynx led by Cheryl Reeves Sands Clark to claim the WNBA Commissioner's Cup for the very first time. Since then, the Fever have gone on to suffer more injury woes, which has seen Chloe Bibby, Ari McDonald, Sydney Colson and Clark's enforcer Sophie Cunningham all ruled out for the remainder of the season. Having to really dig into the depths of their roster coached by Stephanie White, the Fever have been spearheaded by 8-year veteran guard Mitchell, who has shouldered the majority of the backcourt workload without her partner in crime in Clark. One of 4 players who suited up on all 44 occasions for Indiana this regular season, Boston, Hull and Howard are the others. Mitchell notched a career-high 20.2 points at a 45.6% shooting clip. She also shot with 39.4% accuracy from beyond the arc, which is ahead of her career average from that distance. This ultimately saw her earn her third straight All-Star nod. But the Fever may have to adapt once again ahead of their crucial win-or-go-home contest against the Dream at the Gateway Center Arena at College Park. This comes as the status of veteran forward Damiris Dantas is still in doubt as she remains in concussion protocols following a concussion in practice last Thursday. Although Clark may not feature on the court, there is no doubt that she will be one of the team's biggest cheerleaders on the sidelines, and the energy she brings on any given game day may just be the ultimate secret weapon for the Fever to cause a playoff upset.